So let's talk about the two balls that remain in Putin's court. If you listen to various Russian officials, Medvedev and Lavrov and the Kremlin spokesperson, unclear where they stand, but they're not openly embracing either a meeting, bilateral, trilat, and they're not openly embracing the notion that they'd agree to having Western NATO-style security guarantees. So, Sean, where are you on those two things? Are they either or both of those going to eventually be part of it? Something that happens? Will there be a meeting? Will there be a deal that includes that? Where are you on both of those?
No meeting, no deal.
No meeting, no deal. Okay, Dan?
I think there will be a meeting, but as I said yesterday, it will not be with the principals. It's going to be deputies. There'll be a principals meeting in October when the cold sets in. And there will be a security guarantee.
But let me ask you guys this, because I don't disagree with you in the abstract, but when Congress comes back, isn't the Senate going to put enormous pressure on the White House to say, well, if Putin hasn't gotten off the schneid yet, let's do sanctions?
No, because I think what's going to happen is there's going to be meetings of deputies. There will be some Putin's going to give just enough to keep Trump at the table in the game. And he's going to balance this agitation of Trump. I want it. Here's a little more. We're a little closer. He's going to try to get as much land as he can, because it sounds like they're about to break through and pick up another couple miles. And then when it gets too cold to fight in the winter, he'll cut a deal.
I don't think the Senate will go for that.
I don't think the Senate.
And it goes for whatever Trump says
enormous.
to go for.
I was going to say enormous pressure from where? From whom?
What do you mean enormous pressure?
No, I mean when Mark says there's going to be enormous pressure.
No, I think that if Putin hasn't agreed to a bilateral or trilateral meeting by Labor Day, I think there's going to be every voice, not just the Senate, because I know the president's not going to just listen to the Senate, but I think the Europeans, I think Tom Friedman, I think lots of voices will be saying, who the president respects, to say, we call bullshit on this. He's not agreed to a meeting. You said, Mr. President, when you met with him in Alaska, that he was open to NATO-style security. You've been saying, and Caroline's been saying, he's open to a meeting. He'll do a meeting. If it's Labor Day in 2 weeks, he's not agreed to a meeting, I think the pressure will be overwhelming on the president to say, okay, we're going to have to put some pressure on.
But this is where, again, I'll actually. Why I said what I said is partly because I believe that President Trump will do it on his own. I don't think he's going to need the Senate to do it. I think his patience is worn thin, and he will do it unilaterally.
Before after September 1st?
After. I'm looking at the calendar. That's 11 days.
If it's after, he may be saying, and you may say, well, he did it on his own, but I'm telling you, the pressure to do it is going to be overwhelming. So he'll be doing it in the aftermath of pressure, even if he wants to claim it.
Mark, here's why I would disagree a little. Congress is going to come back, and that budget showdown's real. So I think if Congress had nothing on the agenda, I could see it, but their plate is pretty full. I just think all politics is local.
They're going to do Epstein too. They can do a lot of stuff, but it's not just going to be Congress. It's going to be the Europeans.
But does he care what? And I'm serious though. Does he? As long as Fox News and everyone stays with him, I think he's fine.
All right, one more thing, and then we're going to talk about Israel. Just a little confused because one or both of you suggested lower level meetings. I thought we all agreed yesterday the Ukrainians won't participate in that. What's that, John?
I said yesterday. I think the deputies are going to meet.
The Ukrainians will never agree to that. No way.
If Trump said so, will they?
Huh? I don't think the president. I don't think the president will do that either.
He wants progress because he wants the deal.
Okay. Now he's on the precipice within 10 days of being thoroughly called out, not by Tom Friedman, but by everybody with a brain, that Putin is playing him. And we know he doesn't like that accusation, and rightfully so. All right. Want more great clips like that? I've got an idea. Hit the subscribe button, be part of the Two-Way community. Never miss a clip. And you can always watch our full episodes, join them live. Go to twoway.tv.